You can see me face. Welcome everybody. If you can hear me, we will be having Jamie Edenden and Genah Fabian joining us in just a very short while. So stick around, and there may be some pot stirring. Genah, welcome.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
We're just waiting for your lovely opponent to join us.
One lovely opponent.
How's training been going so far?
Man, yeah, camp's been good. I fought 2 weeks ago in the Arsenal week, so just a roll on and just refining from the last one. So yeah, good to go.
All right. We'll see when Jamie comes in how the framing will look and whatnot. But just maybe get your phone a little bit higher so we can see the fire in your eyes. You know when you
put it on a little stand so it doesn't move too much. So I've just come into this place that I can get here.
No, that's good. You've done good. We've had much worse internet connections on these before.
Yeah, no, I have definitely in the big spot.
How excited, before Jamie joins us, how excited are you to sort of fight HEX New Zealand?
Extremely excited, and thus far to be the only female event and first event here in HEX, it's a huge honor, and looking forward to representing for sure.
That's cool. And is it anything specific, like with training? Because obviously you have to accommodate travel so much, when you're not fighting in New Zealand and whatnot. Does it change when you're kind of getting ready for a hometown fight?
Yeah, it becomes easier, man. Like,
what up?
It'll be a luxury.
What's going on? All right.
Hey, how's it going?
You guys?
Sorry, I think I just interrupted.
It's definitely a question that we'll probably cover at some point. If anyone that's joining us, Genah Fabian and Jamie Edenden are scheduled for a 3 5-minute round fight at a catch weight of 75 kilograms at HEX Fight Series 30, May 4th in Auckland, New Zealand at Truss Arena. Now, guys, nothing too crazy here. It just gives everyone an opportunity to get to know who's fighting. They'll probably pick sides on who they want to win solely based on this. But if you guys do answer questions, I'll ask each of you questions. Just sort of try and let the other person answer first before kind of going back, so we're not talking over the top of each other. If everyone saw the great Emrahan Hectoroglu and Michael Manu one, which was good. So guys, I mean, first of all, have you guys interacted much before? I'll start with you, Jamie Edenden. Have you guys, you and Genah Fabian, have you guys talked at all in the past?
Nah, never. I've only ever seen Genah fight on screen, but yeah, I've never crossed paths with her or had a conversation or social media or anything like that.
And Genah, with you?
Yeah, no, enough. Jamie kind of came into my radar when she fought a few of my teammates in the last couple of years. So yeah, but no mutual ties or interaction apart from that. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I mean, speaking of fighting teammates and whatnot, Jamie, is there a bit of a rivalry with the team at all? Is there any issues that you have with Genah going into this bout?
Nah, not at all. I mean, it's just so happens that City Kickboxing seem to have all the women that I'm fighting. They seem to have all the heavier women, so I don't think it really matters what gym they're from. It's just that it happens that they're all from City Kickboxing, so I have to fight them all now. So,
well, Genah, is that? I mean, you're very close with your team. When an opponent fights your teammate, surely when you get a chance to either avenge a loss or continue a battle with a rival, is there any hidden motivation that you are from City Kickboxing?
No, not really. Like Jamie said, she just so happened to fight two of my one of my teammates already. Yeah, just so happens that a few bigger girls all together. I don't think I need to avenge any of their losses. They could do that on their own. Yeah, it's just I guess our call up and time to fight, and looking forward to doing it here this side on this side of town. Sorry guys, I'm just the connection.
That's all right. You do your thing, Jamie. What I want to ask you, I mean, you're going up against someone else from City Kickboxing. Is Genah Fabian the toughest girl at City Kickboxing?
I guess we're about to find out. I mean, she's definitely got the most prestigious background in the sport. Genah was in Bellator for such a long time, but Jenna's got. Sorry, can I just ask? Is it Genah or Genah? Because people are asking you. Genah, yeah. So Jenna's obviously been to the PFL. Just wanted to double check that because it's I don't want to get the name wrong.
No, it's right. So I'm gonna quote that. I'm gonna be like, I don't even know your name, and then I'm gonna stir some shit up.
Look, then, oh, Mitch bloody Tinley. What are we talking about again?
About shit. I was too busy stirring it up.
Genah is, I mean, look, obviously I fought Genah and Genah, and they're both really tough chicks, and they're both good at different things, and Genah brings a whole new aspect into the mix. She was a world Muay Thai champion, so and I know that Genah and Genah haven't achieved that level in that sport. So I mean, she brings a whole different game plan and different skills to the fight. So I'm excited about that too.
When did Jamie Edenden ever pop up into your radar?
Actually, against my good friend and teammate Genah. So they fought twice now. So the first time she was in camp and lead up for that. Obviously, we're all very close and help each other with our camps, and that's when Genah was first preparing for Jamie, the first fight.
And Jamie, how do you think this fight on May 4th is going to go? Like, where do you think Jenna's strengths are, and where do you think you're looking to sort of exploit?
Look, obviously we both have our game plans. I'm not going to give away my game plan. Everyone probably thinks that my only game plan is my right hand. But I mean, I've been so successful with it in the past, and everyone knows it's coming, and it's whether you can stop it is the question. So I don't really know what game plan she will bring because she hasn't been in an MMA fight for quite some time. I mean, I know she did a fight, a couple of weeks ago, that was a mixed bag of a few different things. But you can't really gauge off that because she's been so long out of the cage. I don't know what she's been working on. So I'm just going to focus on me and what I'm going to do. And we'll see on the night if she can stop it or she can capitalize on her game plan. So.
And Genah?
Yeah. What my plan and what I know about Jamie.
Yeah.
Look, no, she's a tough chick. Yeah, she's just with her right hand, as we've seen in her fights, but I know she has a whole nother skill set and is growing that and working hard. And likewise on this side, I have had some time out of the cage. I was focusing on boxing, and then these opportunities came up 2 weeks ago, and then time with Jamie. So I'm looking for me, it's full circle, and I have been continuously working on different aspects of my game, and I haven't been able to show you it in the cage as well. So, I think we're just gonna, for me anyway, I'm just trying to bring back all that arsenal of tools that I've got built and behind me. So, definitely prepped and definitely ready for May 4th, and obviously studied Jamie and gone off, what previous info and video we have of her. So, very good challenge for me.
Do you think that she only has a right hand?
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's silly to kind of underestimate anyone, but especially Jamie. I most definitely see that her biggest strengths actually aren't her right hand, but that's one of the tools in her arsenal. But very aware of things and how it goes about.
Now, when it comes to teammates and training and whatnot, is it frustrating? I'll start with you, Jamie. Is it frustrating on a lack of girls to fight?
You mean to train with or to fight?
To fight, because it sounds like City Kickboxing, I mean, there's a lot of good training partners for you, Genah, but when it comes to like actually competing and getting fights on the record type thing, it seems to be quite tricky to find some matchups for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. As you guys know, I'm coming up 2 weight classes for this fight. I usually fight at 66 and I'm coming up to 75, so I can fight Genah. And obviously it was never a question for me to say no to the fight to come up in weight because I can't get fights at 66. And the fights that I can get at 66 are people that I've already fought. And I want to fight some new people. I want fresh blood. I don't want to just keep fighting the same girls over and over and over. So yeah, I'm grateful that Jen is around and she's back in the cage and I can have the opportunity to fight her and hopefully having this fight will lead to bigger and better opportunities overseas and with the girls in America or England or whatever, you know, so I don't have to keep fighting the same girls over here.
And Genah, is it frustrating at all for you? I mean, you've got a lot of people to train with every single day, but I guess now fighting even just regionally, to find those matchups might seem to be a little bit trickier.
Yeah, look, I didn't always have girls to train with. That's been something of recent. So like it just goes to show how much the sport in Australasia is really taking off and where it's at from even just a few years ago to today. And I think that here in Australasia we have the biggest kind of like lightweight to featherweight. We've got a really decent pool and it's only growing and people are building themselves up. You've got people like myself, Jamie, Janae, Genah, and many other girls that I'm leaving out, but that are coming up in that pool of kind of middleweight to featherweight girls. So it's really exciting, and it's cool that we can really push that and grow that, and we'll see more come through. So it's just a matter of time, really. But it is really growing, and it's forced me of the last year to explore another passion and area of the sport, boxing, and that's where what I've been doing over the past 14 months and focusing on until I've come back to MMA for these couple of for this fight with Jamie. So yeah, it's forced me to have to like look elsewhere in other codes, but I personally really enjoy that challenge. But yeah, I think it'll only continue to rise and like bring it to this side in Auckland, in Australia, the HEX fight series. I feel like yeah, it's only going to grow from here, sure, in the coming year, sure.
And Jamie, I'll start with you, and then Jen, I'd like your answer on this as well. Where do you feel the state of women's mixed martial arts in Australia and New Zealand is at the moment? Is it better than it's been in recent years? Is it growing, or is it kind of simmered?
No.
No. Oh, hang on. You go. No, you go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, definitely growing. I think like just like going off what I just said. Especially this weight category as well, like the kind of bantam and upward is really like establishing itself this side of the world. You've got a lot of girls branching out from Australia and New Zealand, and eventually New Zealand branching out to the bigger promotions in Asia and overseas and PFL and UFC and whatnot. So yeah, I think it's only building, and like stages and platforms like this will help lift that in the coming year.
Jamie,
what she said.
Would you guys like to see? And I want you. I'll start with Jamie with this answer. Would you guys like to see a belt type thing? Like, do you think this is worthy of even though it's at a catch weight? Is there a particular weight where you would like to see HEX implement a belt for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think, I'll answer this one. I think that there definitely would have been a belt on the line for me in Genah if it was at a lighter weight. Unfortunately, being in that super lightweight kind of 75 kilo division, you know, once one of us win the belt, there isn't really anyone else that can take over or challenge it, so it's kind of the division might just be a little bit stagnant. So I mean, hopefully whoever wins this fight might get a shot at a 66 kilo or 70 kilo belt with HEX or you know, other promotions. But I think this is definitely a world-class fight, and it's definitely worthy of a title, but unfortunately the weight doesn't allow that. So.
And Genah?
Yeah, I agree. I think you definitely should lightweight and featherweight belts, especially with the more popular classes and ones for girls, especially to attain this side. So yeah, I think that's definitely something that could happen going forward.
And now, Genah, I'm not one to stir, but you've fought the likes of like Kayla Harrison and stuff before. How does preparation for Kayla compare to preparing for someone like Jamie Edenden?
Two totally different skill sets, but that whole experience and losing to one of the best in the world, two of my only losses in MMA to the world's best, it like helped and prepared me going forward. That experience really was, as tough as it was to lose, and on a big stage like that, I was still very much learning myself, but I wasn't going to not take up that opportunity, and that's only grown me and helped me prepare going forward. It definitely has made me, in time, a better mixed martial artist.
Then I guess I'll ask you both this, but I'll start with Jamie. Jamie, is this the toughest opponent you've ever had?
On paper, I think definitely she's the toughest opponent I've ever had, especially coming up, 2 weight classes. She's going to be heavy, she's going to be strong, but that doesn't count out the fact that I'm heavy and I'm strong. So, getting to 66 isn't an easy thing for me. So getting to 76 is fucking awesome. I'm excited to fight at this weight, and yeah, it'll be different. It'll be different to see Jamie at 76 and without a weight cut, to see how strong I'm going to come into the fight and, fully fueled and not have to worry about not being 100% from cutting all that water out and not having to worry about a refuel and all that sort of stuff. I'm literally just walking in as I am. So I'm pumped to see how that turns out for me and Genah, I guess.
And Genah, is this the toughest opponent you've ever had?
No, but I think that, she'll bring a whole other challenges, and that's where we roll the dice, and I try to figure her out and shut down her game plan and put her away. So that's my...
Jamie, is that a weird situation to kind of not be... I mean, I'm genuinely not trying to stir shit here, but like, she's fought Kayla Harrison, and it's like, you're not going to be her toughest opponent, yet she is yours. Is that weird going in?
How does she know that I'm not her toughest opponent? Just because she was in PFL fighting Larissa Pacheco and Kayla Harrison, yeah, those girls on paper are really great, but she's never fought me. So how does she know? On paper, I'm not. I might not be. I might be the least experienced opponent she's ever fought, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be the toughest or the hardest fight she's ever had.
And Genah, this is a genuine question. I know it's pretty hard to answer while your opponent is right there, but when you have fought PFL, some of these biggest opponents, how do you get yourself up and get yourself motivated for Jamie Edenden in HEX?
It doesn't matter if it's PFL, if it's HEX, fighting at the local ABA, amateur boxing. Like, I take every single camp and every single opponent seriously. And Jamie's absolutely right. She brings a whole other set of challenges. It doesn't matter that it's not on ESPN. This particular fight, it's I'm very much taking it seriously, and I absolutely 100% respect and understand what she brings, and going off her past performances, I definitely know that she brings a strong skill set. She's strong physically and mentally, so those are all things, all factors that I have to prepare for and don't take lightly. So,
and Genah, is this a wind down in your career? Is this a pit stop? Is this what's the plan for you future? Are you still gunning to be the best in the world?
100%. I just have my sights set. I love MMA. I'd say that's definitely home for me and where I have the most freedom and enjoyment. But I also have another love and passion that I have been pursuing, like I mentioned earlier, in boxing. So. Yeah, and because being a bigger girl as well, like having the opportunity to come up in both and kind of being able to keep myself active is something that I see, that I'll most likely be pursuing.
And as we round this out, we let you guys go. I'll finish off with a couple of these stereotypical questions heading in. Jamie Edenden, how does this fight go down May 4th at HEX Fight Series 30?
Look, anyone who's seen my fights in the past, and Genah knows this because she trains with 2 people that I fought from her gym. I bring violence and I want to make my opponents hurt, and you could definitely in for a wild ride wild ride that night. You never know what to expect with me. I might wrestle, I might strike. I feel like I'm a hard opponent to prepare for because I'm bringing a whole new skill set to every single fight that I have. I'm getting better with every fight. So it's definitely going to be an exciting fight to see what Genah brings and how we can go up against each other, her being the bigger, taller, bigger opponent. yeah, I think it would be an exciting fight.
And Genah, any prediction?
Any prediction? Genah Fabian's won.
I love it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. May 4th, HEX Fight Series 30, Auckland, New Zealand at Trust Arena. You can get tickets at www.hexfightseries.com or stay tuned for broadcast details. Guys, thank you so much for the time. Anything that you want to say to each other before we jump out?
No, happy preparations for the next couple of weeks and safe travels over to New Zealand.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you,
You.
guys.
Let's fucking go.